While Tom Cruise is perfectly willing to ditch the Oscars to join Michael Caine in birthday celebrations, it seems that's not the only thing the Top Gun Maverick star has abandoned. Cruise has not spoken to his daughter Suri in over a decade because of his ties to the Church of Scientology. Keep watching as we delve into how Tom Cruise has officially abandoned his daughter Suri. In 2006, Tom Cruise married actress Katie Holmes. In the same year, their joy multiplied with the birth of their daughter, Suri Cruise. The news of Suri's arrival made waves in the media, capturing the public's attention and curiosity. Tom Cruise, known for his larger-than-life persona on the silver screen, was overjoyed at the prospect of becoming a father. Tom's excitement reached new heights when he learned about Katie's pregnancy. Fueled by paternal anticipation, he made an unconventional decision. He purchased an ultrasound machine. This advanced device allowed him to connect with the miracle of life unfolding within Katie's womb. Every day, the movie star used the ultrasound machine to check in on his daughter. When Suri was finally born, Tom Cruise couldn't contain his joy. He described the experience as nothing short of magical. However, the script of their love story took an unexpected turn several years later in 2012. The world was taken by surprise when Katie Holmes, Tom's wife, expressed her desire for a divorce. Katie Holmes has full custody of Suri. In June 2012, the world was informed about the official separation of Hollywood power couple Tom Cruise and Katie Holmes, bringing an end to their 5-year marriage. The announcement triggered a wave of speculation regarding the reasons behind their decision to part ways. While some pointed to the 16-year age gap between them as a potential factor, others believed that Cruise's affiliation with the Church of Scientology played a more significant role. However, these theories remained unconfirmed. Holmes, in filing for divorce, cited irreconcilable differences as the grounds for the legal action. Interestingly, she chose to file in New York rather than California. This strategic move was attributed to a belief that New York courts were more inclined to grant sole custody to one parent rather than opting for joint custody arrangements. Speculation and theories aside, it became apparent that Holmes was determined to play a primary role in her daughter's life. A source revealed to the Daily Mail, "Katie will not be relegated to a secondary role in her daughter's life, period, and she is prepared to fight Tom in court. Katie isn't going to back down, and she will do whatever it takes to ensure that she raises Suri herself." True to those words, after being granted sole custody of 6-year-old Suri and receiving $400,000 a year in child support, Holmes made a significant move. She decided to uproot California and relocate with her daughter, signaling a commitment to providing the best environment for Suri's upbringing. During this challenging time, Holmes made her priorities clear, with her attorney stating to People, Katie's primary concern remains, as it always has been, her daughter's best interest. On the other side of the story, Cruise's representative expressed his deep sadness, emphasizing that he was concentrating on his 3 children. However, the dynamics of the situation led some to question whether Cruise's commitment matched his expressed sentiments. The apparent lack of a more strenuous legal battle for custody raised eyebrows. If his focus truly centered on Suri, it seemed that a more robust effort would have been made in the courtroom. Tom Cruise became absent when he divorced Katie Holmes. Following their acrimonious divorce, Katie Holmes took on the primary parenting role for Suri, while Tom Cruise maintained visitation rights to spend time with his daughter. However, the dynamics of their post-divorce relationship came under scrutiny in September 2013, when Cruise faced a deposition aimed at examining whether he had been an absent father. During this legal process, Cruise admitted to a significant period of time when he had not seen his daughter. According to details revealed by Radar Online, Cruise underwent questioning about the extent of his involvement in Suri's life in the months following the divorce. The actor acknowledged that there was a 110-day period during which he did not have any in-person contact with his daughter, Between June and November of 2012, he reportedly spent only around 10 days with Suri. The deposition delved into the specifics of Cruz's schedule during that time frame, particularly questioning his decision to attend an international Scientology conference. Cruz defended his choice, stating, "I felt it was important." However, the attorney inquired why he could make time for the church, but not for his daughter. Cruz explained the complexities that arise after a divorce, noting, "Listen, when there is a divorce, things change, and it's more complicated, as everyone knows, when that occurs, and there are certain agreements. Now you have to ask for permission and organize schedules to make things happen. So it's not an ideal scene. It's not an ideal situation." Cruz acknowledged attempting to maintain a connection with Suri by telling her stories over the phone, but he conceded that it couldn't replace in-person visits. Despite expressing his enduring love for his daughter, Cruz's admission of the challenges and changes brought about by the divorce raised questions about the practicalities of co-parenting in the aftermath of a high-profile split. In a poignant turn of events, despite Cruz's earlier efforts to stay connected with Suri, it was revealed that he eventually ceased seeing his daughter altogether. They haven't been seen publicly together since 2013. Just days after the resolution of the lawsuit concerning allegations of Tom Cruise's supposed abandonment of his daughter, Suri Cruz, the Hollywood star recorded his deposition. Approximately 1 year after finalizing his divorce from Katie Holmes, Cruz made headlines by taking Suri to Disney World in December of 2013. This particular visit held significance as Holmes had taken Suri to Ohio for Thanksgiving, potentially paving the way for Cruz to spend Christmas with his 7-year-old daughter. The family outing included the presence of Connor Cruz, Tom's adopted son from his prior marriage to Nicole Kidman. However, the public nature of this Disney World excursion led to speculations about whether it was a genuine family moment or merely a publicity stunt for the Mission Impossible actor. Cruz, unreserved in front of the cameras, was captured enjoying quality time with Suri at the water park, seemingly portraying the image of a loving and attentive father. This was especially notable given the recent lawsuit that revolved around accusations of him abandoning Suri. Despite the public display of familial togetherness during this Disney World visit, the subsequent years have raised questions about the true nature of Cruz's relationship with Suri. The sad reality is that this outing in 2013 stands as the last documented occasion when the father-daughter duo were photographed together in public. As the years passed, Suri Cruz transitioned into adolescence, becoming a remarkable young lady who strikingly resembles her mother, Katie Holmes. The mother-daughter pair has frequently been the subject of paparazzi attention whenever they step out together. The absence of public photographs featuring Cruz and Suri in the decade since their Disney World outing fuels speculation about the potential estrangement between the father and daughter. Their estrangement might have stemmed from Tom Cruise's religion. Tom Cruise's association with Scientology has long been a topic of speculation, and the impact of the church on his personal life has not escaped public scrutiny. While rumors surrounding Cruz and Scientology are not new, insights from ex-Scientologist and actress Leah Remini shed light on the actor's significant role within the church. In an interview with Page 6, Remini revealed that Cruz is considered a deity within Scientology and holds a position second only to David Miscavige, regarded as the savior of the free world. This elevated status within the church provides context to Cruz's estrangement from his daughter Suri. Remini, discussing the situation between Cruz and Suri with the New York Post, explained, "Scientology considers Katie a suppressive person, which is an enemy, and therefore Tom believes, like all Scientologists, that he can't be connected to Suri." The church's classification of individuals as suppressive plays a crucial role in shaping the relationships of its members. potentially contributing to the strained connection between Cruise and his daughter. While Tom Cruise vehemently denies any connection between Scientology and the strained relationship with his daughter Suri, there exists evidence that hints at a different narrative. Persistent rumors suggest that Katie Holmes initiated the divorce primarily to shield her daughter from the influence of the church. Despite Tom's insistence that his religion poses no threat to his daughter, the public narrative is clouded by subtle indications that paint a more complex picture. Critics and observers have frequently suggested that Katie Holmes strategically divorced Tom to safeguard Suri from the tenets of Scientology. When directly confronted with this perspective, Cruise dismisses the notion, asserting that there's nothing within his religion that necessitates protection for his daughter. However, this denial seems at odds with the explicit reasons cited by Katie during the divorce proceedings. Tom's affiliation with the Church of Scientology was explicitly stated as a primary factor leading to the couple's separation. Interestingly, Katie Holmes has never publicly articulated that her decision to divorce Tom was solely driven by a desire to shield Suri from Scientology. Nevertheless, her inclusion of Tom's association with the organization among the reasons for seeking a divorce strongly implies her reluctance to involve her daughter in the church's sphere. Whether this distancing was a stipulation of the divorce settlement or a personal choice, Katie has undeniably kept Suri at a considerable remove from Scientology since the dissolution of their marriage. Adding to the narrative, Tony Ortega, a critic of Scientology, suggested to Us Weekly that a non-disclosure agreement may be in place, preventing Katie Holmes from speaking negatively about Scientology. According to Ortega, Holmes's desire to distance herself from the church and secure sole custody of Suri might have been influenced by such an agreement. Notably, Suri's attendance at a Scientology-influenced school and approaching involvement in a Scientology audit, a process designed to eliminate negative influences, were key factors. Upon gaining sole custody, Holmes assumed control over Suri's religious upbringing and education, promptly enrolling her in a Catholic school. Did the Church of Scientology label Suri a suppressive? The question looms. Did the Church of Scientology label Suri Cruise as a suppressive? For those unfamiliar with the intricacies of Scientology, understanding the significance of this inquiry requires a glimpse into the Church's practices. Scientology takes a dim view of individuals who choose to sever ties with the organization. Those who depart are labeled as suppressive, and strict guidelines within the Church dictate that members must avoid any interaction with them. This revelation adds a compelling layer to the narrative surrounding Tom Cruise's perceived abandonment of Suri. Scientology's categorization of individuals as suppressives raises the possibility that Tom's decision to distance himself from his daughter at the tender age of 7 might be linked to the Church deeming her a suppressive. It introduces a challenging dynamic, where familial relationships intersect with the stringent rules of an organization. From an external perspective, one could infer that Tom Cruise's limited involvement in his only biological child's life stems from the Church's designation of her as a suppressive. The implication is that the only connection Tom maintains with Suri is through substantial financial contributions in the form of hefty child support payments. These court-ordered payments, mandated until Suri reaches the age of 18, and she's currently 17, underscore the financial commitment Tom has made to support his daughter. Tom Cruise still makes time to see his son. Additional support for the theory, suggesting that Tom Cruise distanced himself from Suri due to her being labeled a suppressive, comes from the actor's seemingly healthy relationships with his other children. Prior to his marriages with Mary and Katie, Tom was married twice, and interestingly, all 3 of his wives were prominent actresses. Tom Cruise's marriage to Big Little Lies actress Nicole Kidman spanned from 1990 to 2001 and included the adoption of 2 children, Connor and Isabella Cruz. Adopted shortly after birth, Connor is Tom Cruise's only son. Following his parents' divorce, both Connor and Isabella reportedly chose to live with their father. Despite the geographical distance that arose as Kidman embarked on a new chapter with her marriage to Keith Urban and the addition of 2 more children, the bond between Cruise and his adopted children remained strong. Connor Cruise, like his famous father, briefly ventured into acting and, notably, embraced the Church of Scientology. Reports indicate that he continues to practice the religion, which likely contributes to the amicable relationship he maintains with Cruise. Kidman, acknowledging the choices her adopted children made, shared with the Daily Mail, "They live with Tom, which was their choice. I'd love them to live with us, but what can you do?" In the present day, Connor Cruise leads a relatively low-key life. Despite his preference for privacy, he has been photographed alongside his father on several occasions. A notable instance occurred in 2019 when they were seen together in London during the annual gathering of the International Association of Scientologists. This marked a significant moment, as it was reportedly Connor's first attendance at the Scientology event. Their public outings continued, with a shared appearance at a baseball game in 2021. Showcasing the father-son relationship that persists. An alleged insider commented to the press that Tom Cruise remained keen on fostering a relationship with Suri. The statement hinted at some unspecified challenges hindering this reality, but Tom was reportedly putting in effort to overcome them. This remark was likely prompted by persistent claims of Tom's abandonment, which certainly hasn't been beneficial for his public image. Leah Remini, a vocal former Scientologist, firmly asserts that Tom abandoned Suri due to the church designating her as a suppressive. Additionally, Remini speculates that Tom might attempt to involve Suri in the church once she turns 18. He removed Suri from his Christmas cards. In 2005, a public dispute unfolded between Tom Cruise and actress Brooke Shields regarding her use of antidepressants for postpartum depression after the birth of her first child. Cruise, known for his opposition to psychiatry, voiced his criticism in an interview with Today, stating, "I really care about Brooke Shields. I want to see her do well, and I know that psychiatry is a pseudoscience." Despite their initial clash, reports suggest that Cruise and Shields later reconciled and moved past their differences. Brooke Shields shared with People that she was invited to Tom Cruise and Katie Holmes's wedding in 2006 and had been a recipient of Cruise's famous Christmas cake for a decade. This festive tradition began during Cruise's marriage to Holmes, where they would send elaborate coconut bundt cakes to their celebrity friends each holiday season. Shields, however, noticed a change in the dynamic. The Christmas cards initially featured Cruise, Holmes, and Suri, but over time, Suri and Katie were omitted, leaving only Tom. Eventually, even Tom Cruise alone was excluded from some holiday cards, and the cake tradition came to an end. These alterations in their holiday rituals may hint at the evolving nature of Cruise's relationship with his daughter Suri. A media outlet alleged that Tom Cruise abandoned Suri. The 2005 deposition that Tom Cruise provided served a dual purpose beyond refuting claims of being an absent father to Suri. It was a key element in a defamation lawsuit he filed against Bauer Publishing Group. The lawsuit was in response to stories published in Life and Style and In Touch magazines, which alleged that Cruise had abandoned Suri following his divorce from Katie Holmes. Headlines such as "Suri in Tears, Abandoned by Her Dad," and "44 Days Without Tom, Abandoned by Daddy" were among the damaging narratives. A representative from Bauer Publishing informed CNN, "This litigation has established that the editorial teams had a wealth of evidence substantiating that following his divorce from Ms. Holmes, Mr. Cruise was absent from his daughter for long periods of time, that seeing her was not his first priority, and that she was emotionally struggling as a result of her father's extended absences." Mr. Cruz has repeatedly promoted himself as being a devoted father who made his family his top priority. Now, with his own admissions, it is clear that the picture he strives to paint is not accurate. Despite the allegations, Cruz staunchly asserted that he never abandoned his daughter, emphasizing, "I'm sure my daughter misses me when I am not with her, as I miss her. She is a very happy child, and we have a wonderful relationship and cheerful phone calls." While tabloids are known to exaggerate, the unfolding dynamics of Cruz's relationship with Suri in the years that followed suggest that the tabloids may have been onto something significant. Katie Holmes has had to parent Suri as a single mom. Despite some dating relationships post-divorce, including connections with Jamie Foxx, Emilio Vitolo Jr., and Bobby Wooten III, Katie Holmes has chosen not to remarry, embracing her role as a single mother to Suri. While Tom Cruise's child support plays a role, Holmes has adapted to parenting without his direct involvement. In this journey, she has found a support system in her mother who is always ready to assist, flying in when needed and even when not explicitly requested. Holmes acknowledges the importance of her friends with kids, relying on them for advice, recipes, and practical assistance. She emphasized, "I lean on them for advice, for recipes, for all of that stuff. What am I supposed to do? Can you come over and watch? Can you be a helping hand? And I do have help, yes, but it's your baby, you know. You want to be the one who is there." These sentiments highlight the challenges and joys of solo parenting. Speaking to Elle, Holmes expressed gratitude for the overwhelming support, stating, "So many people I didn't know became my friends and helped us out, and that's what I love about the city." While Cruz's absence has undoubtedly presented challenges, Holmes has successfully raised Suri into the remarkable young woman she is today, all without the direct involvement of the Top Gun star. Suri lives in New York with her mom. Examining the photographs of the mother-daughter duo strolling through the streets of New York, one cannot ignore the striking resemblance between Suri Cruz and her mother, Katie Holmes. Following her divorce from Tom Cruise, Holmes opted to leave the California mansion behind, choosing instead to embark on a new chapter on the East Coast, accompanied by her daughter, Suri. They set up residence in a Chelsea apartment, with a monthly rent of $12,500, a move that some speculate was comfortably sustained by the child support provided by Cruise. In 2015, they upgraded to a lavish penthouse in the same neighborhood, boasting a monthly rent of a staggering $25,000. Holmes shared with Insider in 2022, "What I love about New York is that for me and my child, this is our vibe." With Cruz's financial contributions, they've certainly embraced the city's lifestyle. As Suri transitions into her teenage years, she's not only navigating the challenges of adolescence, but also contemplating her academic future. Currently, in the process of applying to colleges with a focus on fashion studies, Suri seems poised to continue her journey in the vibrant city that has become her home. According to a source cited by the Daily Mail, Suri is applying to schools all over the place. Katie really does want her to stay in New York so they can be close to each other. The source emphasized the profound influence of New York City on Suri's upbringing, noting that being raised by a single mom in New York has made Suri who she is. Katie has always put Suri first, and Suri loves her mom more than anything. In the absence of Cruz, who remains noticeably absent from Suri's day-to-day life, the decision to stay in New York for college aligns with the strong bond between mother and daughter. Katie Holmes keeps Suri Cruz out of the tabloids. In the years following the divorce, the narrative of Tom and Suri has mostly stayed out of the spotlight. Katie Holmes actively works to shield her daughter from media attention, making it easy for Suri to fade from public memory. Yet, Suri gained recent attention by lending her voice to the opening credit song of her mother's film Alone Together. This renewed interest sparked discussions and theories about her connection with her father. Alone Together, a film written, directed, and starring Katie Holmes, also stars Jim Sturgis. Although Suri doesn't appear on screen, her rendition of Blue Moon serves as the film's opening credit song. Katie Holmes, proud of her daughter's talent, selected Suri for the role, emphasizing that she believed Suri was the perfect fit. The film, a romantic dramedy set against the backdrop of the COVID-19 pandemic, had a limited theatrical release in July 2022, but gained traction through streaming platforms. In contrast, Tom Cruise experienced significant box office success in 2022. However, the juxtaposition between his professional achievements and the speculated strain on his relationship with Suri raises questions about the complex dynamics within the Cruise-Holmes family. Despite Katie Holmes's efforts to maintain privacy for Suri, the recent spotlight on her artistic contribution has reignited discussions about the father-daughter relationship. As Tom Cruise continues to excel in his career, the potential impact of his connection with Suri remains a subject of public interest and speculation. Tom Cruise might be waiting to get in touch until Suri is older. Given the prolonged estrangement and Suri's apparent thriving without Tom Cruise in her life, it raises questions about the possibility of them ever re-establishing a relationship. However, Leah Remini, a former Scientologist and vocal critic of the church, has added a concerning perspective. Drawing on her deep understanding of Scientology's inner workings and her decade-long efforts to expose alleged abuses, Remini shared insights with the New York Post. Remini highlighted her past acquaintance with Katie Holmes during their time in Scientology, noting Holmes's initial indoctrination into Tom's world. As time passed, Remini speculated that there might be some agreement in place to protect Suri, leading to the current estrangement. Expressing her belief that Cruise might attempt to reconnect with Suri when she's older, Remini raised concerns about a potential lure into Scientology. She asserted that Cruise's strategy might involve waiting until Suri is older to influence her away from her mother, echoing her strong negative opinions about Cruise's character and actions. While Remini's views are influenced by her own experiences within the church, they add a layer of complexity to the dynamics between Cruise, Holmes, and Suri. The uncertainty surrounding whether Suri and Cruise will remain estranged remains a question only time can answer. As of now, there's growing speculation that Tom Cruise might be on the path to reuniting with his daughter, fueled by emerging evidence suggesting a significant shift in the actor's affiliations. Reports indicate that Tom Cruise has distanced himself from the Scientology cult, a claim corroborated by Mirror, which confirmed his absence from any Scientology headquarters visits over the past 3 years. Numerous sources suggest that Cruise, who was once actively involved in the sect, has redirected his focus. Instead of engaging with Scientology, he has been reported spending leisure time at his manor and flying helicopters around England, signaling a departure from his previous level of involvement. While Tom Cruise has not officially addressed these rumors, many interpret his actions as a tacit response. Speculation about the actor's potential exit from the sect has been circulating since 2021, with hints that he may have severed ties with the organization after 4 decades of participation. Adding weight to these speculations, director Alex Gibney, known for investigating Scientology's illegal activities, commented 2 years ago that Tom Cruise is no longer serving as the ambassador of the sect. This development has sparked hope among fans that Cruise's evolving stance may pave the way for a reconciliation with his daughter, Suri, after a decade of separation. What are your predictions for the future of Tom Cruise's relationship with his daughter? Feel free to drop your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, don't hesitate to give it a thumbs up and be sure to subscribe to our channel. Hit the bell icon to stay updated on our upcoming content. Thanks for tuning in, and we look forward to bringing you more insightful videos. Until next time.